thank you much. All that we're going through, all that we have to do. And just like when I added on some more to Melissa's introduction, because it's so much more than where I've been talking for the last 4.5 years. We're looking at what she's done for these 4.5 years. What valleys, what peaks, wherever we've gone, what pivots we had to make as a business, just to navigate this industry, navigate this world, navigate and keep going and moving and keeping our dream and our vision clear in our mind. And that's one thing I can share is our vision has never been dim. Our vision has always been on point, our vision and where we're going. Did we pivot along the way? Yes, we did. Will we pivot again? Yes, we will. I don't know of a successful company that has not turned and pivoted when necessary and kept going and kept moving with a smile on your face. And I'm thinking about all the companies that I've been a part of in this industry. I tell everybody a lot of times when they say, well, corporate, you're not supposed to do this. Now, I've never been corporate in anything. I've never worked for anybody. So it's real hard for me to be anything other than who I am. I'm a people person. I love to see and hear and work in the field, but I understand corporate has its place. But when I look at everything that this company, little bitty company, has done, we always knew we were a $1 billion big company. She always started off, always had visions of how things would be run, even in a small startup. We knew what it took to get to the other side. And when I'm looking at a startup, guys, I'm looking at a company where you all can, and you can relate if you've ever worked, if you've been in corporate America, you can relate to how many companies do you know that you can talk and hear from the CEO every Monday morning? How many companies do you know that you have accessibility to the leadership? You don't like something, you don't have to hold back. You don't have to go through HR. You don't have to go through your supervisor. You don't have to go through, it won't always be like this, but you can come right there and you have that accessibility. How many do you know that your company that they actually do the overviews, the conference calls, the trainings? This is the beginning. This is pioneering, and by no means am I complaining, because that's what it takes to get where we want to get, to that vision that we see clearly in our minds and that we've already always seen. But I ask you that because you guys, we want to emphasize our long-term visions. We want you to be there with us because you all are the beginning. You all are the foundation. You all are the 80% of the company that will be earning the 20% of the company that will be earning 80% of the total profits brought into this company because of your hard work, because you were there in the beginning and that you went through the hiccups, you went through the pivots, and you stayed in course. You kept your vision for what you had for your family in mind. You continue to do that, as we go through different things. But when you're having these things, you look for leaders. And there are so many of you out there that have taken a leadership role, and it's crucial in building a network marketing company. And I don't care if you just started yesterday. I don't care if you say, I'll take a person example. I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but this is somebody that stood out clearly to me. Carla Rachel, out of Indianapolis. When she first saw the opportunity, she truly saw opportunity. She said, oh my God, here is a company that allows the everyday average person to have their own CBD, at that time, cannabis company, to send people to their website to get quality CBD that can help people's overall health, cut down on anxiety, help them with better sleep, help them have less dis-ease, pain. And you can come in and get this business for at this point now, under $2,000 if you went to our maximum package. Oh my goodness, what an opportunity. She saw that from the beginning. She said she never saw something that touched her, that she said, here we people are selling cannabis all over the country, spending major money on having their own business. And we have the opportunity to have our own business right here for less than $2,000. And she stayed the course. She's done and been supportive. She has been a student. She has embraced the system because there is a system to anything, and it does not happen overnight. She knows what it takes. She takes her time. She has a full-time job, but she's on the calls. She's doing it. When she does have an event, she takes that event and follows the system because she wants what she saw when she first saw the opportunity. And guys, sometimes it takes training and development. We always talk about duplication. The only way you're going to build a huge, successful business, I'm not talking about playing small. I'm talking about hitting it where you can do it. Is that you got to create duplication. And if you create duplication, you got to have systems. We have changed systems. We have not really changed systems. We have added things to our business. We have added and enhancements. When stuff didn't work, we removed it because, hey, this ain't working. You know, the elevation party, you always heard me talk about how important the parties were. The parties were. But to how do you get it right? Do you cook? Do you have to tweak the recipe every now and again? You know, but there is a reason for zone 1. There's a reason for zone 2. There's a reason for zone 3 in the elevation experience, you know, and we just tweaked it again when Christian this past weekend decided, okay, get the paperwork. And Mooney, I've been seeing that him and his team do it for months now. Get that paperwork and put it in. Don't try to explain. Because no matter how many times we tell the coaches, don't try to be the doctor, just explain those 5 things that we're going over, but just go through that. And then let the coach or the person that invited them do their part. And then let the videos that we've shown throughout be the closer. You know, that to me, somebody that has seen and how the power of a party can be, is streamlining it, tweaking it, and getting it right. That recipe doesn't always come out right the first time, guys. But if you're a pioneer, if you know your vision and you see your vision, you know there's some tweaking. Sometimes it has to go along. And then we already knew we were going to be $1 billion company. We used to have a slide, and I'm not going to say it now, but I said it passionately when we used to give that presentation. But my point is that now we got $1 billion big. That wasn't something, yes, Scott may put that title to it, but Melissa, we knew what we were going to do with this company from day one. So now we got another piece to the puzzle that's going to take us there. We got a system in place. Oh, I don't know people. I can't talk to people. You got Spear 1, Spear 2, Spear 3. No, you don't have to worry about going out and getting 10 people for the month. No, all your goals should be is 2. Get 2 people and help them get 2. It gets simplified. It gets better. You don't have to worry about, you got the tools and the script. Oh my God, that script just makes everybody's life easy. Well, I am not getting results with it. Well, I think we might have had the script now over 2 weeks. I think we might be at 2 weeks. So guys, Rome was not built in a day. I listened to somebody, start listening to people that have been successful in this business. And it's a whole plethora of people on YouTube that you can listen. This guy did something consistently for 4 months, didn't get any roots. But you know, if a farmer plants a seed, when does the harvest come? You know, but you got to continue to do the seed. You got to have a reason. You got to have a why. That's why we say within 48 hours of someone coming into business, sit down and have a conversation. Go through Sales Academy training. Find out what that person's dream is, what they want to do with this company. Why, if, what'll happen? I did an exercise the other day, and the exercise was, well, now when you hit this level, what's going to be different about your life? What's going to be different about your life? And I picked some things up. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I made it plain. So that makes that goal even more accessible because I already know There's some two things that are going to be different about my life when I hit a certain level. Okay, so you got to visualize it. You got to put it down. You got to do a little work, guys, because this isn't all about what we provide. What is the company doing? What is this? We provide a lot. We provide it, and it's not utilized. We take it away. We tweak it. We give you something else to work with. But ultimately, guys, it's going to be on you. Ultimately, you got to take some steps. Ultimately, you got to do some things that help you go to the next level, to help you even realize that there is a next level for you, that the world does not have to be that small world that you make it be, that people don't respond to you, that people won't say yes to you, that people, those are limiting beliefs, and we got to overcome that. Do we all have them? Heck yeah. What do you do to get past those things? Now, if your plan is in place, if the company is in place, if the tools are in place, if the opportunity is a valid one, if the products work, if people are coming on board, what's left? What's left, guys, is a little personal development. A little personal development goes a long way. It honestly, it can be done daily. I get up and have my quiet time daily, and I get something. I read the Bible this time last year, and that same scripture is telling me something totally different, or I'm opening up enough to receive it another way. Just like self-development. When I say I can't, and I start reading about other people who had started nowhere, did not have, I've never been really scared to talk. But every time I go on the stage, I do have a little stage fright. And sometimes it gets in your spirit and you can feel how you deliver. But I keep on going. You keep doing things that are uncomfortable until they do. If you ever stop doing stuff that doesn't make you uncomfortable, you're saying you're not wanting to grow. And you got to continue to grow. You got to continue to grow until the day you close your eyes, because there's so much more to do. There's so many more people to touch. There's so many. And when you look at the people that you touch by you just growing yourself, see, it's one thing to grow yourself, but what are you growing for? Your own personal success? Well, that gets old. If you can't grow and help somebody else grow, then something is missing. And so that's why you can push yourself when you start seeing people making little bitty steps that they never thought that they could do. Okay, so what can I do to take another step, to go another place that I thought I would never go? I'm sitting down readdressing my goals, some things that I want to do this time next year, where I want to be this time. And because I want those goals for myself, I got to help a whole lot of other people get their goals. And sometimes it ain't easy. Sometimes we don't have all the answers ourselves. That's why we have to go out and start developing, do self-assessment, understand your strengths and your weaknesses, identify what values and beliefs and leadership style you do have. Set some clear goals, develop your skills. How do you do that? Start communication, work on listening and speaking and nonverbal communications. Like, hey, get that script and stand in the mirror and read that script. Make it your own by making it not sound like you reading it. In the very beginning, it will sound like you reading it. So what? That's okay. It's called practice. I told you this guy had, Melissa and I were somewhere, and we listened to this guy talk about skincare. And I said, he is saying a script, but he was saying it so smooth. He had it down pat. He knew when to stop, to let you listen, to take it in, and he knew when to close. And guess what? At the end of that script that he did so smoothly, after properly practicing for a long time, he got $800 and some out of my pocket that I never went in that store to spend in the first place. And I knew he had perfected a script and was using it. So yeah, it ain't gonna happen in your first 2 weeks. You might not have it down. Willie Mooney stood there sweating and wiping his brow. His copy of his script was tattered, but he is determined. and he keeps on doing it. You think it's not going to be smooth and flowing in the next couple of weeks the way he's using it. Some guys, we don't start off all polished. We start off like everybody. We might not be ready. We might not get started. But if we are self-developing and knowing this is part of the course, then we shall make it. So I always tell you, how do I get some of this stuff? How do you get some of it? Read. Listen to people that are already doing it. I already recommend it. Your first year in network marketing. We've all talked about GoPro, the 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. Don't you want to be a professional in what you're doing? This is like any other profession. Here's another good book, The 4-Year Career. How to make your dreams of fun and financial freedom come true or not. Because it can be yes or no. And so I get excited because I love the fun part. One thing I can say about this business, it is fun. And I love having fun. Building an Empire, another book, the most complete blueprint to building a massive network marketing business. There's so many books out there. Darren Hardy, I love him. I saw him when he first started out, and now look at him, The Compound Effect. And see, it says, eaters eat last, why some teams pull together and others don't, by Simon Sinek. There are lots of books out there. The Miracle Morning, I like this one, for network marketers. Grow yourself first to grow your business fast. Did you hear that? Grow yourself first to grow your business fast. See, this book combines personal development and leadership strategies specific to network marketing. So there are lots of resources out there. You just don't wake up and do it, but you got to do a little work. So the call to action is, guys, the call to action this morning, since I'm already 3 minutes over, 1 more minute, is that everybody that hears my voice has 2 people on our new conference call on 7 p.m. on Thursday night Central Time. 2 guests shouting out where they're calling from and who invited them. 2 guests, guys, have 2 guests on the line for a conference call. There's something about hearing those dings, and if you've ever listened to the conference call, you know when people come on, the phones are dinging, 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 because people are saying, wow, people are coming in all over the country because they want to hear about Akana and see what they're doing and maybe be coming and joining arms with us to build this billion-dollar big company. So everybody should have 2 guests on the line on Thursday. It will be on this same number. Hey, show up. It's not a Zoom, guys. It's a conference call just like this is. And there's something exciting about a conference call. So get 2 guests, everyone, I'm saying it over and over, 2 guests, Thursday night, 7 p.m., this phone number, and guess what? It's only 100 lines available. So can you imagine with everybody, people calling in, and they said they can't get on because there's no more availability? Why? Because we going billion-dollar big, and we can't do it without you. We'll do it with some more folks, but you guys are here first. So if your team isn't on, make sure you get that message out. I'm 4 minutes over, so go out and push. And tonight is Dr. Betty's call. Be on there. This is a product call. This is usually a call that people want to support because they want to learn more about their products and how they work with different people and hear great testimonies. So go out there and have a kind of day, a wonderful kind of day. Thank you for your time. Sorry about being 5 minutes over. Love you. Bye.